a moment here to feel your body against the floor. See if you can feel where your back arch starts and ends, how much space you feel. And just notice what other parts of the body you feel more connected to the floor and which parts of the body are not connected to the floor. Maybe just close your eyes and take your internal journey, feeling, notice your breath. And then if your eyes are closed, go ahead and open them, bend your knees and bring your feet to the floor. And just in this position, notice how maybe your arch changed or your perception of your body changed is because the knees are bent. All right, and then keep your block close by and also your foam roller. So if you need to get them now, you can. All right, and then from here we're gonna start our breath work. It's a core breath. Because diaphragm is part of the deep core, and diaphragm should be working together with the pelvic floor diaphragm. So we're going to go ahead and start that activation because we'll need it throughout our whole sequence. Put your one hand below the navel and the other hand on your lower ribs. And just let your hands to give you some feedback. Because it's not just about like what exercise we're doing, but how we're doing. So, all right. From here, we're gonna try to inhale everywhere, front, side, and back. So it's not just belly breathing. And then exhale and make a sound. And then again, so you're gonna inhale into front, side, back, and exhale. And as you're exhaling, so see if you can start feeling that your lower core muscles, medium core muscles, and upper core muscles are activating. So just keep exhaling with that sound, ha. So it's going to be a deep sound that should start engaging your core muscles. You may also start feeling that your pubic bone is trying to draw in and up towards your head. So as you continue that lifting of the pubic bone in and up towards your head. You may also feel that your tailbone is coming off the floor. So now as we start doing our exercises using our core muscles, you want to keep your core muscles nice and tight so your pelvic bones are drawing in and the pubic bone is drawing up. Everything here in your abdominal muscles where your hands are should stay pretty active. And you ideally want to start breathing into your rib cage. Okay, so we're gonna try to do that. Inhale into your rib cage, front, side, back. Exhale. On the next exhalation, you're going to try to lift your one foot up, and you should feel no bulging motion of your abdominal muscles into your hands. So your abdominal muscles are kind of wrapping in and down to support your back. And your second leg is going to be your challenging leg. So go ahead and take that exhale and bring the other leg up. Nothing moves up into your hands. So, and you should feel very good abdominal engagement. All right, now I'm going to take our hands, grab a block, and place a block between your thighs, and put your hands on the block. And you're going to try to exhale and resist. So your legs are resisting the hands, and the hands resisting the legs. And again, you should start feeling your core muscles are wrapping in, around, and down. Nothing bulging up, your belly is not pushing. Should not feel any tension in your neck. You may feel your shoulders working, yes. And then on your next one, we're gonna try to do that a couple times. Again, as you exhale, everything stays. You're gonna take your right heel down as your right knee bend. Nothing moves up. You really have to feel your core muscles right now. And then come up. Now we're gonna try the left. Inhale. So make different sounds if you need to. So you want to feel your core muscles resisting your heel going down to the floor. It's okay if you don't touch. If you feel you're losing it, don't go there. And then go ahead and relax. So put your block down and then stretch your legs and just take a moment to feel your body again. And notice if you feel maybe a little bit more grounded onto the floor. Maybe you feel a little bit less arch. Maybe you feel a lot of energy in your abdominal muscles. So these are good signs that you did that well. All right, so from here, we'll be coming up and grabbing a roller, and we're gonna go ahead and warm up our legs and feet, all about back of the legs. This is the part that we need for running and walking. So right now, you're gonna go ahead and put your heels on the roller and pull your feet towards you. Bring your arms down. And then actively exhale. Feel that wrapping in and up. Pubic bone is lifting up towards the head. Pelvic bones are drawing in. Arms are on the floor this time. You'll need them. And then as you exhale, you're going to start digging your heels into the roller as you're pulling them in towards the butt and lift the booty up, coming to your bridge. So hopefully you feel your hamstrings cramping or working and back muscles working as well. Keep digging those heels into the roller as at the same time you're pulling the roller and the heels towards the butt. And we're trying to hold that isometrically until your cramping becomes unbearable. And then we're gonna try to roll the roller in and out, little ins and outs. Your pelvis is still up, your core is working, you're breathing, and you're taking those hamstrings into the world they don't like to go. Oh, yeah. Okay. And done. Whew. Stretch your legs. Yes, that's a great awakening. So we need those hamstrings, butt muscles, calf muscles, and feet communicate, especially when we run and walk. All right, we're going to be rolling over and coming up to our next sequence that we'll be repeating twice. So this is a hands and knees position. All right. So from here, we're starting hands right underneath the shoulders, knees are right underneath the hips, and then just bring your hands a little bit more forward. We're going to start with the core activation in this position as well. We're going to try to exhale and just slightly press up away from the wall. And then exhale again, and again bring that pubic bone in and up. So your tailbone is going to feel down and under. So you're bringing your lower core muscles into action here. And we're going to just take 3 breaths here. We're going to try to inhale, front, side, back. Exhale as if you were blowing out candles on a birthday cake. And just shift your body a little bit more forward over your hands without losing your pubic bone. Well, okay, imagine your 100th birthday. So, and again, you should feel a lot of activation through your core muscles. All right, now we're gonna get away of this position, and then we're gonna try to find this position again. But a lot of times when my clients do this one, there is no floor to communicate. So we're gonna play with a few obstacles. So if you have a wall in front of you, that's great. If you don't worry about it. Just do it without the block. We're gonna place this block onto the wall, and I'm gonna line up my head into the block and into the wall, because that's gonna tell us a lot of what's happening in our body. I really practiced that before, so. All right, we're gonna go back to our hands and knees. I'm gonna take that exhale. Feel your pubic bone in and up. Core muscles are wrapping in and up. Tailbone is down and under. And again, we're staying actively pressing up away from the floor. Now, without shifting too much and losing your core, we're gonna pick up our right knee and we're gonna start lifting our heel up and at the same time bringing that heel towards the butt. Oh yeah, hello hamstring and hello your glute. And at the same time, hopefully with a block, you know you're not shifting too much to the side or moving forward and back or doing some other stuff. All right, bring that leg down. So now again, stay active in your core. You're pressing up away from the floor. And then slowly as you exhale, lift your left knee up. Heel reaching up and at the same time squeezing in towards the butt. Hello, hamstring. And I really work on mine and I still feel them. All right, bring it down. Whew. Excellent. So ideally we want to hold that for 45 seconds. So if you're not cramping, be my friend. Also, if you're not cramping, then I would assume you might be doing something not the way it should. Because you will cramp, promise. Everybody has weak hamstrings in that position. Okay, a second move of this superset, we're going to be using a foam roller. And I'll give you two options. So the first option, you're just going to have your hands on the roller. You're going to be moving away from the roller, so it's not going to be knees under the hips. You're going to move away. And then again, you're going to practice your breath. Exhale and blow out the candles. Pubic bone in and up, pressing up. And you might just keep moving away without losing. And you might just go ahead and lose and then find yourself. And you want to feel your core muscles are actively holding you up. So you might just stay in this position, or if you want to join me in the more advanced version, we're gonna do this. We're gonna place our hands on the roller. Again, exhale as you're blowing the candles. Activate your core. And now take that roller for a ride. But as lower I go to the floor, more I feel like I'm ready to lose it. So that's where you have to stop. So just again, feel your core and let your core work for you. So technically, lower you go to the floor, more your core has to work. So you're trying to maintain rib cage to pelvic alignment. Your butt will be also working, more you move away from the knees. Inhale, exhale, roll. And again, I want to do this, and that's exactly what we're not trying to do. So keeping that rib cage over the pelvis, not arching. One more time. So like here, I'm pretty much shaking, so we're just holding, feeling the shake. So and again, you're lifting up actively. So your shoulders are working, your butt is working, your core is working. And relax. All right, so this is kind of our superset. So we'll be doing these two movements again, one more time. So for our first tabletop position, on hands and knees, for the second one, we're gonna now try to do it slightly differently. Because again, when people start picking up the leg and the arm, they just kind of shift, but they don't quite feel it. So in order to feel if it's happening with you, we're gonna get a block. And I'm placing this block like this. And I'm just gonna putting it onto the wall and onto my hip. And then from here, just adjust it if you need it. Come to your hands and knees position. And again, find your core activation with breath. Blow out those candles. Breathe. So keep not letting your body move to the wall, because that's what happens. We're gonna go ahead and pick up our right knee. And you may feel, if you are not very balanced here, you might just feel that shift. And instead, bringing that heel towards the butt, hold. So if you can hold for 45 seconds, that'll be great. Keep your gaze in front of you. So who said we need weights? Well, body to work. Oh, yeah. All right, and I don't have a timer, so I would say it's 45 seconds. Great work if you did that, or if you're still doing it. I'm gonna give you a couple seconds there. So we'll go to the other side. So the block again, it's gonna go against the wall. If you have the wall, if you don't worry about it. You can also just put the block here. And as you pick up your leg, just kind of notice if that happens. So then you know your core activation is not working quite to its fullest potential. So if you have a wall, I'm placing my block against the wall. Find my core breath. So especially your lower core has to work a lot more here. Pick up your left knee, or whatever other knee. Heel, going towards the butt, that's my left one. Of course, if you want to take the opposite arm, you can. But if that's enough work for you, don't. And you're still lifting everything up. Pubic bone in towards the head. All right, and relax. Okay, so I would suggest for you going for a walk around after this. You'll be ready. All right, so our second move of this group, it's gonna be a foam roller. Hopefully now you know where you need to be. Just hold or roll, your choice. So you're gonna feel slightly rounded, or if you have your screen there, if you look at yourself, you're gonna feel pretty kind of slightly rounded. So it's not gonna be this. So you're gonna exhale, prepare. And if you're rolling, let's go ahead and roll for 4. Exhale, roll, core work. Inhale, back. Exhale, roll. Inhale, back. Notice when you start losing it. In this 4th time, we're gonna try to hold. Pubic bone in and up. Pelvic bones are drawing in. Breathe as you're pressing up and away from the roller. Ooh, yeah, my voice changing. Okay, down. All right. So, excellent work. So, we're just gonna take a roller for a little shoulder work before we go to our standing sequence. So, if you place your roller like this, lengthwise, go ahead and sit on it. Use your hands on the floor to let you go back. And you want to feel that roller right in the center of your spine. And again, notice if you have that tendency to kind of flare your ribs and arch. So see if you can again engage your core. So you feel a lot more connected to the roller. And we're just gonna bring our hands behind the head, bring your elbows up. And then from here, as you exhale, pubic bone in and up, stabilize yourself from the core, no arching, and you're gonna let your elbows go out. Inhale here, into the rib cage, exhale. So you want to feel that zipping in, zipping out motion. And go for a few more. And then bring your elbows out and try not to push them back, but see if you can reach them away, like you're trying to lengthen your arms. You're gonna feel a lot of opening through your armpits, a little bit of that pec minor muscles. And again, your pubic bone up towards the head. So you're stabilizing your spine with the core, because especially if you have shoulder mobility issues, you're gonna arch in order to achieve that. And then your shoulders will not benefit from it. All right, so we're gonna be rolling off the roller safely. And this time we're gonna be coming to a standing position, which will include a little bit of dynamic balancing and more hip work. So for that, we will need blocks. Now let's just go ahead and set them up. If you don't have a blocks, but actually have a stepper, you can use a stepper. So I'm having my blocks side by side. We're gonna start first with an isometric position. Again, isometric hold, and then we're gonna take it for a run. So So I'm gonna have my right foot on the blocks, left foot back. And again, here already, I'm gonna use my breath, pubic bone to head. I'm gonna bend my left knee, so my left butt cheek is working, okay? I'm gonna shift a little bit forward to put more weight on my right foot. So and again, I have my stacking position, using my core work for that. And now the fun begins. How low can you go? It's your choice. Lower, of course, is harder. I'm gonna pick up my right heel. Lift that heel as high as you can to the ceiling. All right, you're still stacked up. And we're gonna reach with opposite arm. And we're gonna try to take 3 breaths. Inhale here, exhale. You're exhaling from the bottom up. Inhale, diaphragm and pelvic floor relaxing down and lengthen. Exhale, they're lifting up. Core activates. Lower you go, harder it is. And we're gonna come up. So hopefully you felt your right calf, or maybe your quad, but calf would be ideal. So left foot on the blocks, right foot back. So position yourself first, see how low you need to be. Right glute is on, so you're feeling your pubic bone is slightly tucking, and then lifting up, connect you to the head. Then, however low you go, heel up. Heel as high as you can to the ceiling without losing your big toe. Reach and breathe. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. All right. And I already did like 50 of them today. Not really, but. Okay, so we're gonna keep the blocks. And now we're gonna go for a little fun stuff. I think I'm just gonna maybe stand this way. So we're gonna be going kind of side to side, so make sure you have some room. I'm gonna place my left foot on the blocks. So if you have a big foot, 2 blocks will help. My right foot is gonna be on the floor. Does not have to go too far. All right, so we're gonna be sitting back and sitting into that left hip. So we're gonna sit, booty back to the wall. And if you look at me here, I am shifting my center of mass to my left leg. So my head, knee, ankle, foot connection. So I'm not like here or here, right? So we're gonna reach. And then we're gonna pulse. 1, 2, 3. Come up, balance. Go down. 1, 2, 3. Feel that left booty, up. Again, 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, up. Keep your left knee soft, because a lot of people hyperextend the knee and don't do the butt work. Last one, up again. So stay here, keep that knee soft, push for the foot, find your midfoot, push for the foot, and feel your front, back, leg activating on the butt. Knee still soft. All right, bring it down, I'm gonna go to the other side. Left foot out, right one on the blocks. Shift to the right and sit back. 1, 2, 3, up. Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3. Stay here. Press through your foot. And when we learned in our next class, you're pressing the tips of the toes into the block to get that arch activated. Holding it. Make sure you're not doing this. Your pelvis is relatively level, just a little hiked up. And bring it down. All right, and now we're gonna take it for a little bit more movement. And I see my camera is not good here. Okay, so more movement. Dynamic. Gonna sit up, sit between the blocks, into both feet, up, sit into that hip, up, between the blocks, up, into my right now, up, between the blocks, up into my left, up between the blocks, up into my right, up between the blocks, up into my left, up between the blocks, last one here, and come up. All right, so we were just practicing here a hingy squat, which your torso goes forward, booty goes back, working the booty, your pubic bone is still staying connected to the head. So everything we did on the floor and in a tabletop position should prepare you to the standing one. All right, and we're gonna repeat this last time. 2 sets of this. So I'm starting on my left foot on the blocks. All right, I'm gonna sit back. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, up. Feel that pubic bone connection to the head, because it's very easy to arch when we're shifting back. Last one here, I'm gonna hold and hold. Knee soft. Push for the foot. Squeeze the orange into your left foot. Pubic bone in and up. So you want to feel the work. Make sure you're not doing this. All right, bring it down. All right, right foot. So sit back. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, up. Remember to press those tips of the toes into the blocks as you come to that one leg. Last one, I'm gonna hold and hold, tips of the toes, knees bent. Press the orange, imaginary orange, into your right foot. Pubic bone in and up. That's your transfer of energy. Shock absorbing off the ground, from the foot to the leg, to the hip, to the core. And walking more. All right, I'm gonna bring it down. All right, so we're gonna start. Feet between the blocks, and then up. Between the blocks, up. Sit back, up. Between the blocks, up. Sit back, between the blocks, and go. So if you make a mistake, it's not a big deal. So, but it is a brain teaser. Lots of different things happening here. And I think I just messed up, but that's okay. That just shows I'm not perfect. But you guys are doing great. Last one. Next time you're between the blocks, you're gonna sit. Pulse here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go down and up. Yay! Good job. All right, so from here, I'm gonna put the block down, and this is already time. 30 minutes go by fast. I'm gonna lie down on the floor, just where we started. And the theme for our December is grounding, chilling out. So let's just go ahead and lie down. Relax your arms. And just close your eyes. And just connect with your body. Notice how it feels. Notice your connections to the ground. Are they the same? Have they changed? Notice where your breath is flowing. Do you feel like you can breathe more, or actually less? But it feels like more. Just because you can breathe in so many areas of your body. Not just the belly. I always tell my clients, lungs don't live in the belly. That's not your primary strategy to breathe. Especially if you want your pelvic floor and back to be happy. Especially if you do have some incontinence when you walk or hike or run. Surprisingly, how many people do that? Okay, we're just gonna take a minute of silence. And just gently draw your knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice hug. Just gonna shift side to side. And then gently roll over to your side. Come up to your comfortable seat. And yes, guys, you've survived. So hopefully you feel re-energized and supported.